It is of course time for some more Rush Duel gameplay in King of Games now with the brand new Luke Dragon Dragius MIRAGIASTAR deck. He's got a fusion and it's been performing really well. As you can see, we're both on a win streak, that's cool, and we've been seeing so many UO players. It makes sense, right? The event's on right now, its character will level up, and it does seem like we're going against a Metarion player, going to be setting 5 in passing. For an opening hand, this is not that great. Now, we could go for a flip here, but there's no real point. We'll just go and set 2, we'll summon into our Blizzard, and we'll go for a little bit of attacking, right? Hopefully, fingers crossed here, we can go and hit a type change beam or a negate attack, that'd be good. Going for the star restart, so I believe we have got the balance now, and Metarions do lose some cards, no they don't, do they? No they don't. Metarion was the one that didn't get hit on the ban list, even though they should have been. Right, they really should have been. Going for the Serpainter again. Now, you're seeing this one being played the most because Luke and Yumu, their new decks, and you're seeing Dragons and Red Boost Dragon being so prevalent on ladder, and so this just does make sense to kind of go all in, go for this Dragon Fusion, but no, you're going for the Ashura Star, right? You get animation, you're farming the event mission, and you're going to be going for that back row pop, most likely, right? Most likely. Which, of course, in our case, isn't very good, right? Destroying Dragon's Fortitude is fine, given we can recur it with our Fortitude Dragon as well. We don't really want to lose out on, say, the Dragon. This deck, I think, is one of them that is so symbolic of the whole Rush Duel format, being sometimes you can play 4 bosses and see all of them open hand, or you can play 6 of them and see none of them. It is a real mixed bag. So, let's see. We can go for a really big fusion play. So, let's go and play the skill. We'll go and grab access to fusion, and we'll grab the Fire Dragon, or just the Dragon, sorry, from our graveyard. That's fine. We'll go for... so if we go for the Hazy Strike, we can go and reduce down everything by 15, and then it can attack twice, right? But is DRAGIASTAR better in this situation? No, probably not, right? Because what we do is we clear these Serpainters. So let's go the Dragon. We'll play Inferno, and hopefully go and hit potentially, let's say, this new set, right? And it's going to be Sword and Shield. That's really good for us. We'll then go for MIRAGIASTAR. Now, we can game him here if this works out, right? Because this does reduce down by 15. These go down to 0. This will be lethal if this goes through. And this will be like my first or second time actually summoning the card and getting this off, because a lot of the times you are winning with Dragius, just normal Dragius, or the DRAGIASTAR going for the piercing. So let's go, play the effect, go and reduce down by 15. Go 1 and 2. And for good measure, we'll send down the Metarion Ashura Star as well. And from here, fingers crossed, it is lethal. There we go, on to game number 2. Not a bad start to today's Duel video. But of course, we are in King of Games, meaning we do see this screen. If you've been in COG, you'll know. Rush Duels can take a while to find a game in King Games. When you're playing Silver and Gold, it's immediate. In King Games, it can be immediate, it can be up to 3 minutes. It just depends on the time of day, but let's see. Fabis No, being King Games a bunch of times, a very avid Rush player, and they're on Roa. Okay, you don't see Roa that often, and is it going to be on Archive Skill? It is, so it could be Cyber Dragon, it could be Harpies, it could be plenty of other things, right? Monarchs, could be them. 2 extra deck though, could be Heroes, it could be Cyber Dragon, again, free-to-play version. Setting 1, setting 2, setting 3, setting 4, and going for the set 5 pass. Okay, so not the best hand, in my opinion, given that we do want to keep around like these Tri-Dragos, right? And so we are going to be able to clear here if there's no back row. That'll be good, but you kind of want to see us Tri-Dragos when you're, facing down level 7 high, given you get a draw off. But this should be plenty fine, right? We'll go milling the 3rd Tri-Drago. Okay, very nice. There is some back row. Widespread coming down. I've just found that that's worked out quite nicely. It is going to be machines. It is going to be Cyber Dragon. Now, that's not great. Right, that's not great. Depending on the attack order here. Okay, fine. We'll take less damage. That's good. We have removed his 1 good legend card, so we can, of course, still have access to, say, Buffered Slime. That'll still work. But let's go Polar Greed, and we found our Dragius again. Unfortunately, we've got to get rid of 2 of our copies of the dragon. So we are now reliant on the skill again to bring it back. But that's fine at the moment. We'll get our 1-off summon off in the game. Let's go for a mill to attack twice. Milling the MIRAGIASTAR. Unfortunate, but at least we won't kind of break on more cards now. That's okay. We'll go and set 3 back row and pass, and there should be some pretty big damage coming in. Now, in terms of what I remove, I'm going to go for these double sword cannons, right, because they can debuff, and that can get you over that threshold when you really need it. Now, Cyber Twin Dragon is 28. He can debuff with the skill, I believe, but I'm pretty sure, given we've got the Illusion Strike in the graveyard with access to the Fortitude, we should be okay. Going for a Cyber Dragon, playing Assault Cannon, is that all you've got? No, it can't be, right? There's combination customization, gaining attack points, there's no way that's all you've got. Okay, let's go Fortitude. Return back to the deck. I guess we'll go for another copy of Dragiastar. Why not? We know that back row is basically nothing, and that is game. On to game number 3. And this week's going to be kind of fun for Duel Links, right? We've got a Soul Burner coming tomorrow with Flame, however that's going to work. We assume they're going to be character skins or character styles of some kind. So that'll be fun. Of course, we're expecting a mini box. Hopefully it's not a main box, because that'll mean that Duel Links is becoming very, very expensive, and I think that's a bad sign. But it's going to be exciting, right, to see what they're going to do to kind of fill the gap in with Rain's characters. Not getting Akira is a bit weird, but we'll see, right? And we're going second against a Dark Galaxy. That is okay. The hand is not very good, and I think this is where we're going to see this deck struggle, because we have got a bunch of low defense bodies, right? And this deck gives piercing very easily. And if we can't see our Dragiastar or MIRAGIASTAR, then things aren't going to go well. But I'll say it time and time again, this animation, Requiem, is one of the best in Duel Links by far. It is so good. And we should be getting a new one, right, for the Pyro things coming tomorrow. So that'll be cool. Sending 1, card revitalization, discarding my entire hand. That's good. We've opened not fantastic, but I'm kind of thinking here, do I go and use up my search for the dragon so I can go into the Dragiastar, but then I can't clear this? So no, we've just got to go for the Apazard into the Tri-Drago. We don't get a draw off. We go for the Dragiastar, we buff up with the skill, and that's all we can really do for this turn. It's not a very strong board at all. So, play the skill, gonna get our buff on, become 27. Let's go mill, hopefully not milling a good card. Milling another Dragiastar, that's fine. We don't really want to draw multiple high levels, but this is not looking too good, right? It's not the moment. You've got the skill, you can mill, playing Cataphract, milling the Universal Storm, that's good for us. Mill 3, and again, milling Slime, and hitting 2 cards that don't matter. That is really, really good. So, we've whiffed on mills, they've whiffed on mills. It's perfectly fair, but they've kind of got the shot in the stick. But I believe now we've both used up. Yeah, both our buffered slimes are now gone. Going for the Star Trance, in for the Void Velk Elysium. So, you can deal piercing damage. That's unfortunate. But do you have... No, you haven't got a back row. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll take the damage. That's okay. If we see Fusion here or our Dragon card, then I'll be really, really big. And with Sin, not very good at all. It's not very good. Now, we don't have the other Dragon in the graveyard, so I've got to go... I mean, this can't even target the Elysium, right? That's how bad this is. But we can go for the Talismanic Seal Array. Debuff attack twice. It does suck, but it is what it is. Let's go Flip Dragon. Let's go into the Dragon. Let's go for our Dragiastar. And from here, this should be a nice chunk of damage coming in. Right, just straight up. Good damage. We'll go mill first. Milling into a Widespread Ruin, of course. Our big legend card gone. We'll return 1, let's go 2, 3, and 4 back to the deck. Go and debuff, attack twice, set Fortitude face down. Hopefully they don't target that one with back removal, but they know this one is kind of dead, so they're going to anyway. Going for the Star Trancer, so that is going to suck. That is going to suck. In for Elysium again, so again you can Book-a-Moon me, and that's going to really be annoying if the other cards in your hand... Oh. Going for Talismanic. So I'm pretty sure here we've lost regardless, right? We're taking so much damage here. If you can almost summon, you can't. Right. So we let it go through. Okay. Okay. Bit of Fortress is dead, right? This hand does nothing. Okay, that's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, right? So, do I want to search out Fusion here, is the question. Because this can't debuff. This can't gain any attack stats. But this, oh, wait, no, this can debuff. Ah, okay. Let's go Fortitude. Play Fortitude. Milling, Pot of Greed. Oh, we milled both our legends. That's so bad. We'll go Dragon's Inferno. Pop this one. It's Recital. That's good. We'll then go and play our skill to go and grab out the Fusion. Because it's not once per duel. And we can set it. And if it dies, right? That's fine. We'll go for the Dragon. We'll go for Miragias. And it's just going to be a nice little boss to sit on. Won't be doing much. Right, it won't be doing much. Oh, you're playing Rice Terrace, aren't you? No, Forever Freeze! Okay, that's game. That is going to be lethal. Unless you hard brick, and you draw into two 1500s that can't do anything, that's going to be lethal on board. Sending one, sending two. No way, no. There is no way. There is no way that is a brick, right? There's no way. Let's go Flap, let's go Flip, let's go for Illusion Strike Dragon, Miragias, and this is probably wrong, but I want to have a big body on board, and I think this is the only way we can kind of like guarantee that he's got to do something to clear this. Right, even if he does Book of Moon this, then it's under the world. If he Book of Moons the Blizzard though, then we are kind of dead. This does nothing, right, in terms of attacking directly, but if we just attack it now, and this goes through, which it won't do, because you've got negate attack, then yeah. Okay. So, we know he's got at least 2 back removals left, right? Because there's one in the graveyard here, so chances that you've seen them is very, very likely. It's probably one face down as well. It is going to come down to Star Transfer, right? Or you've got Requiem, and you buff up, you swing top Blizzard, and then you win anyway. That is the main thing here. That's the main thing. There is the Star Transfer. That is going to be lethal if you do not have access to... I mean, either way, regardless, right? It is. There's one gone. Oh, if we just had the buffered slime. If we just had the buffered slime. That'd be so big. And there's a second. You've got a tribute. Okay. Fair enough. You... And it was Elysium. Okay, you're just hard maining Elysium, I guess. That's, you know, actually in this metagame that makes sense, right? To kind of go all in on Elysium. That's probably, the better thing to do. Go battle. Go piercing. Perfectly fine. Good game, on to game number 4. Unfortunate, but it was still a good match. It is time for game 4 versus Yuhi. We did do a game 4 originally versus Nail, but they were playing a really rubbish aggro deck with cards from the first 2 boxes as a rush duel, and so it wasn't really a fair matchup, but hopefully this deck can be now. Looking at the extra deck, it's probably going to be Cyber Dragon or Heroes. Given an archive, you've got an extra deck. I mean, okay, you want... Okay, no, it is Cyber Dragon. And that's probably Ancient Gear Golem face down. Which is not good for us. Because Ancient Gear Golem, we attack in, we take 500, and either way swings in for lethal. It doesn't change anything if we do something now or not. We could clear a face down card. Sure, we put ourselves a bit weaker. There's Proto, there's Gear Golem, there's Proto. So yeah, like literally, like you had the nuts. You literally had the absolute god hand. You could play the skill, of course, and then you get access to your fusion spell, and you've got 58 on board damage-wise. If you've got a normal summon, then okay, you don't. So, but if that back row is your legend card, it's gonna really suck. Hand-wise, this is not great. We can go for the fusion though, which is good. So I think what we want to do is, I think we want to actually play the skill first, right? To remove these cards from Pot of Greed. So, let's go Nova, play the skill, get access to Fusion. Oh, I've got to go for one from the deck, right? Because I want to see back removal, or a Dragius. Not back removal, not a Dragius. Fortune Dragon. Mill. To go and... Oh, that's a really good mill. That's really good. We can then go for... I mean, it's not good leaving this attack mode, though. Tri-Drago. Applizard. Tri-Drago gets a draw. In for a Tri-Drago. Miragius. Miragius can't debuff, unfortunately. But we can go for the fusion play. And so this will give us a really, really big board. Go 1, 2, and 3. We could go try Drago. It'd be funny, right? And we just try and like get a good mill, and get like mill back removal to guarantee the win here. The question is, do we risk it? Right, we can go for Applizard, and then next turn we've kind of guaranteed that we survive a little bit. I think that's probably the safer play, is just guaranteeing survival. So yeah, let's go Applizard. Let's sit face down, and let's just we'll swing in once. Okay, yeah, okay. It was probably Buffered Slime then, face down. So that was a safe play. Okay, on to game 5, and we've got a Luke mirror match for the final duel. Okay, what's the win streak he's on? What's he on? That is a 7 win streak with dragons. Okay, this will tell us which player is the better dragon player. Unfortunately, we've opened really bad. If he does go for a big fusion summon play, or for a Dragius, then we've got widespread to clear it, but it is, again, it's a 33% chance, just going, you know what, bing bang bong, it's gone. We could have played our dragon attack mode, for this back row, but... Ooh, Blip Dragon does nothing. We haven't got Flap Dragon, it's unfortunate. So we're gonna have to go Dragius here. We'll play Inferno, get rid of the new one. It is Talismanic. Okay. We'll mill Things Dragon. We'll go combat. And nothing face down as well. Okay. So that, I mean, the back row could be anything, right? It could be, well, it's not going to be a Fortitude because it would have been turned on. It's probably back row removal, but why you wouldn't have played it already, I guess doesn't matter because you would be attacking anyway. So just kind of flogged me. Pot of Greed. You've got to draw 2. You've got double chance of hitting a good back row. However, if you hit this one, it's way worse than this one, because we've got no big dragons in our graveyard to make this one actually work out. Probably the Dragistar F, right? In this situation. There's no way you don't. Okay, setting 3. Fair enough. Let's get Dragius. We'll go double Dragius. Right, we'll just kind of put pressure on. And hope that this does something. Let's just go and apply pressure. So there is something. There is something. It could be Buffered Slime. That's kind of what I'm leaning on. Or it could be this, right? It could be the Fortune face down. But we know there's a fusion. Worst backwards hit, right? But if you had more of it, then you would have used it. So if he kills one Dragius, we can then play the effect of our Fortune face down. And then that should kill whichever this is, assuming you won't go for Miragius. Right? That is the one kind of downside, is you've got Miragius, you've got the dragon, you're going to go for the OTK play. Right, you're going for it. And we can survive it. We can survive it, which is good. Assuming there's not 2 tribute. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Attack twice, debuff down, we survive. That's good. Kind of regretting, you know, getting rid of my Fortune Dragon that was on the field. Yeah, that's always fun. Okay, let's go Flap Dragon. Get rid of this. Flip this up. We don't summon here. We go Tri-Drago. We flip this up, and we risk it. Pot of Greed. I'll take it. Have we got the fusion in the graveyard? I think we do, right? I think we do. Okay, so that's not relevant. Come on, show me. That's relevant. That's really relevant. Okay, so we play our skill. The skill gets us fusion and gets us the dragon. This has turned around drastically. This debuffs by 15. Makes him super weak. So I think that's the correct play, right? it's not this one, because either way, this turns off buffered slime, and back row wise, it's either slime or negate attack, right? And we want debuff to go through. So yeah. So let's go for MIRAGIASTAR, and we'll play Fusion, and we'll go for the lovely MIRAGIASTAR F. And this hopefully will be lethal. Right, we'll play the effect, going debuff down, milling a very good back row, just make you 0 for no reason. Going for the dragon again, we'll go for Dragius, we'll mill again because we do want to kind of put pressure on. If for some reason is a recital, then this kind of gets around that. We'll see. Swing in, 15, negate attack. Okay. Okay. So, 1 Inferno, you play the effect of the thing, you attack directly. Once again, Luke proving he is the best dragon player. Just out there. We saw. Did we see a single back row move? I don't think we did see a single back row move. Or maybe we saw one of them. We missed one or something. But yikes, yeah. And so overall, it's been really fun to kind of play this deck and see how DRAGIASTAR Nova has evolved with this new box. Right, this brand new fusion is really good for going for OTK plays. It kind of feels like a more fairer version of Candy Live, given that you can go for a big debuff with MIRAGIASTAR and then go for another one with this and then have 6k damage on board very easily. That's very cool. We're playing Flip and Flap because I just love these new cards. They are fantastic. Does work out really nice, of course, with having access to DRAGIASTAR F, giving you piercing. You flip them down, that's really big. We're also playing the Fortune Engine, right? We're cutting the negate attack for widespread, and this can be a bit of a problem, right? Because if you do face something like Secret Order, then this card is dead to that deck, and so that's a really big downside. But I like playing this, given it can be recurred with Fortune Dragon. I just wish I had 3 of them. That'd be really big. But overall, it has been a really fun deck to play. Does the new boss make the deck even better? 100%. Is it the best deck in Duel Links right now, Rush Duel? I don't think so. I think it's up there. I think it's really good, and we'll see what tournament results kind of have to say for themselves over the course of the weekend. But we're of course tomorrow going into the Salomon Grade event, right? Soulburner and Flame. That should be fun. A new box leak, probably for a mini box. Hopefully not a main box. That'd be absolutely devastating for Duel Links, but I will see. Anyway, look forward to that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Adios.